Peace and blessings be to all. Just want to start off this video by saying all praises is due to Allah, the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most gracious, the most merciful. Just hope everybody has been trying to be the best version of themselves, trying to get away from them bad habits that they used to do, and just getting away from people, or just trying to be the best positive person that they can be in this life. So pretty much this video that I want to touch up on, the main topic is really just self-improvement and ways to self-improve. I'm going to speak for me personally. Things that I do, I think about things that I try to focus on the good that I have and the good that I have done. Because sometimes, you know, people be like, oh, I'm fighting demons, but it's really you fighting yourself. So don't let that past self, and then when you try to come out that past self, or the old version of you, and if sometimes it try to pull you back. And sometimes that could be Shaitan or Satan. I'm going to use it in English, where Shaitan is, you know, the devil. So the devil might try to pull you back. And sometimes it might be Shaitan, or it might be you, really. It might be you versus yourself. And that's really the hardest battle of it all. Just trying to fight over your desires, because everybody's so in love with materialism. And, you know, I pray that everyone that watches this video be among those who do not fall in love with this materialistic world, and do not fall in love with symbolism, because it's crazy, because that's where the world is headed. Everyone is falling in love with materialism and just looking for a certain status in this life, when they're not worried about, you know, what's really going on, you know, after when we pass away. Because the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he said the intelligent man works on his akhirah, his hereafter. You know what I'm saying? The hereafter. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much your old version of yourself, or even like it really be you. Mainly it be you versus yourself, and he'll try to pull you back, and they'll try to make you think. Even the Shaitan, he'll have you think about things you used to do when you try to become the best person in yourself. And here, it's the hardest battle in your mind. That's the hardest battle. Your nafs, your ego, everything, your pride, everything. That's the hardest battle. It's crazy. So just try to like overcome it, and, you know, just try to remain patient with yourselves. Really, that's the biggest thing, even for myself. Because sometimes I will be caught up, and I'll start thinking, damn, maybe I'm not the best person that I can be. And that's really just me talking, and it's just me, you know, dwelling and second guessing. That's one of my biggest problems. I'm speaking for me. One of my biggest problems is I second guess myself. And one of the other topics I want to catch up on is, you know, your connection with the Lord. Like, how is it? That's a rhetorical question for y'all who watch this video. How is the connection with your Lord? What are you doing to better, not even yourself, but for the people around you? Like, for example, family mainly though, because that's all you got in this life, pretty much. Even if they betray you, all you need is Allah, really. But those who have a good family, you know, that's really all you have, because there'll be friends that'll betray you and stuff. So pretty much just try to be the best version of yourself. Not even for you, but other people's around you. That was just an example of family. But so this is a rhetorical question. How is your relationship with the Lord? How is it? How is it really? That's a rhetorical question for you to take in. Because sometimes you might get caught up in this life, and you start thinking, man, I ain't do that. Because I'm gonna speak for me. At the end of my day, I start thinking about, damn, how was my day? Like, did I do anything that my Creator has been pleased with? Because you never know. Because the Prophet, there was a hadith narrated, I forgot who it was by, but the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he said that you're supposed to end your night well, because you never know. So I always try to end my night well, even if it's certain, you know, prayers and du'as. Anybody who's not a Muslim that watches the video, du'a pretty much means like supplication, or like just a du'a like a prayer that you ask for. You ask for anything, and Allah will answer. God will answer. Pretty much people second guess that, and they feel like God ain't going to answer. God will answer. He's just saying, hold on. If God loves a servant, he will put them through trials and tribulations. Just never lose hope. Don't lose hope. That's the biggest thing. Just don't lose hope in God's plan, really. That's the biggest thing. Never lose hope in God's plan, because you never know what's in store. And if you remain grateful, Allah, God, he will give you more. And if you come to Allah walking, if you come to God walking, he will come to you running. See how merciful God is? So it's pretty much never be too hard on yourself to where you start to question not even yourself, but you start to question if God answered, because you should never question God, period. Simple. To all the girls, period. Simple. You should never question God, ever. It may be hard right now, but in the long run, you're going to look back at that certain moment, and you're going to be like, man, that was something. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, I feel like as long as you're putting in effort for anything, you'll be okay. There will be a greater outcome. Everything will come back in a full circle. You know, God willing, it's all law. So another way to self-improve is to just pretty much I'm gonna speak for me again. I isolate myself, really. I just isolate myself and do like self-evaluation. Self-evaluation is everything. Everything. And just always try to seek forgiveness from the Lord, because that's all you need. Because Shaitan will have you feeling like you sin so much and that God will never forgive you. And that's his plan. That's his mission. He said to Allah, he said that he will misguide the people. And Allah said, as long as they seek my forgiveness. And he said he will continue to forgive us if we seek forgiveness. God is the most merciful. I feel like some people take his mercy for granted, and it's kind of sad though. Like seeing people get led astray. It's honestly sad. So I always pray for guidance. That's another thing that I do. Hopefully you'll catch up on some of these things. I always pray for guidance. And yeah, I just always ask for guidance. Just ask Allah, God, to just keep me on the straight path, because that's the main thing, and never like have me led astray. So that's just the main thing that I pretty much focus on when I do self-evaluation. And just trying to, all the bad habits that I have, I try to fix them as much as possible. Because some people, because it's bad. Because it's like, what if you put it on another person? So I always try to self-evaluate myself and always try to let my bad habits go. That's why I'm thankful to be a Muslim, because when Ramadan come around, it really gets exposed. Because some people, for example, when they're in a bad mood or in a sad mood, they use temporary enjoyment, as in music, as in drugs, as in, other things that's just temporary enjoyment. They don't like to face they don't like to face their emotions face to face. So when Ramadan come around, you're trying to refrain from all that. So Ramadan really exposed a lot of things. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I do. That's not good. I gotta flip it. And the problem is with me, I'm gonna speak for me. I expect to change it like this. That's my biggest problem. I try to change it like this. I'm just like, sabr, that means patience in Arabic. Patience is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's not going to get done right away. And it's really, like I said before, just being patient with yourself. That's one of the other biggest things. Just being patient with yourself and just knowing that things will get better. Things will get better. Like, I know we in tough times right now, America. America, we are in tough times. We are in recession. The Supreme Court just did all this stuff with the women's rights. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And I just want everyone to just, sometimes I just breathe in and out. Sometimes I just try to relax and stuff like that. And some people like get angry so quick. That's another thing that I really had to self-evaluate on, is because it's really, I'm gonna speak for me again, is low tolerance. I used to have low tolerance. Now I'm relaxed more than ever. I don't even like arguing. People don't really need to respond to me. I let everybody assume about me. That's my thing. I let everybody assume about what I'm doing, what my emotion is, and I let everybody assume. You'll see me when I'm up. You'll see my achievements later. But as of right now, you don't need to worry. It's good to worry, but I'm not gonna tell you, because it's like full private mode. That's another thing. That's a big self-improvement. If you feel like you overshare things, just minimize it. Slowly but surely, because everybody don't need to know what you're doing. Everybody not proud of you. Everybody's not proud of you. They say they are, they're not really proud of you. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. And all this stuff that's going on with the abortion stuff is getting sad and it's getting rough out here. They're slowly but surely taking women's rights away. just slowly but surely, just because of Ukraine and all that, everything is going up since they went to war with Ukraine. And all that stuff that's going on with the Ukraine and Russia and all that, everything is going up. The recession, everyone's not gonna have a job. That's what recession is. Like, unemployment is going up. Unemployment is going up. So I just want everyone to just know, just to keep their heads high. That's the big goal in this life. That it's not gonna be like this forever. You know what I'm saying? Never lose hope, or never despair the mercy of God. Pretty much, because sometimes, like I just said before, like the shaitan, the devil, he'll have you feeling like you sin so much that God would never forgive you. He's just in your ear, he's in your head. You know what I'm saying? So another thing that I'm gonna speak for me again, another thing that I do for self-improvement is I really try to think about my company. Really, I always think, like, as I gotten older, I realized, like, yo, company really is everything, bro. Asking questions is really everything in this life, because sometimes you don't know the answer to things. Other people may know. They might know different experience. Like, they might have different experiences from you, and they might know. They're like, bro, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it this way. And sometimes that be your nuffs, that be your ego saying, nah, I don't need no help. I don't need nobody. But this is what society has normalized, like not seeking help from other people, because that's going to make you look weak, especially for men. If you asking for help, oh, you a weak man, come on now. Anybody who know. Like, asking for help as a man, showing your emotions as a man, that's going to make you look weak, quote unquote weak. So as I gotten older, I'm like, dang, okay, it's okay to, tell people how you feel instead of bottling everything up. Because that's just going to lead to a war in your head, bro. That's what it's going to lead to. So as I gotten older, it's all about just networking in this life, like asking questions, asking for advice, company. Now I see why the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he was big on choose your company wisely. That's the biggest thing. Because your company may lead you to certain things that you had no business doing. But it's like you chose that company, you chose that route. So it's like that's your outcome. You know what I'm saying? So company is the biggest thing. And that's another self-improvement, that if you pretty much look at how your company is, because how your company is pretty much your outcome as well, because that's just the outcome. If you're going to continue, like just being around that and taking what they're doing in and stuff like that, you start to follow them, and you know what I'm saying? You just not thinking for yourself. You're not thinking for yourself, and you just start copying their wave and how they move and stuff like that. So it's like big on self-isolation, big on self-evaluation, big on keep choosing your company wisely, because some of your friends might lead you astray. I done seen it myself, seen it firsthand. They may lead you astray, and that's just the sad part about it. And sometimes people like to hang on to them friendships when they really not good for you at all. Because this is the biggest thing. It's okay to just move away. I wouldn't say move away, but just keep your distance from people that you know ain't no good. And some people move like after y'all distance yourself. People move like, oh, it's smoke. When it's like, nah, it's not smoke, homie. I'm just on a different level. I'm trying to get on a different mode. Feel me? I'm trying to get on a different mode, different path. While you over here just doing whatever. Clearly, things that you not doing. Things that you're not trying to achieve. So as long as you just try to remain focused, it's hard to remain focused with all this stuff that's going on. And so I totally understand, but as long as you just if you big on self-awareness, I feel like you'll be okay. And as long as you just try to break away from them habits you used to do, you'll be okay. Like for me right now, the biggest thing I'm struggling with, I'll be totally honest with anybody who's viewing this, is music. Music is my biggest struggle right now, because I seen this video on TikTok. It was like, yo, music will have you think about things you used to do with a certain somebody, or just anything. You just start thinking about things you used to do, and it's like you clearly not trying to be on that timing no more. So you'll just start thinking about things you used to do. And you're like, damn, damn, them days was good. You start reminiscing. That's the thing. You start reminiscing. And you don't want to just keep thinking about things you used to do. You trying to go forward. Like, that's that old you trying to hold yourself, bring yourself back. Like that pull. Instead of like, nah, that new you trying to push. You know what I'm saying? It's all about pushing yourself to the best version you could be. As I said in the beginning, the best version of yourself. That's all it's about. So music really is a big problem for everybody. Because look at how look at how society is moving. A lot of people are just copying these celebrities and just normalizing things that they say. People take what they say in their lyrics too literal. And I seen this brother, his name Brother Mutar, Napoleon. He was with the Outlaws. He was with Tupac and him. He's Muslim now. He moved to Saudi. He said that when he used to make music, he wanted people to feel like the devil was with him when he wrote those lyrics. And I was like, wow. I'm like, wow, like that's so crazy, bro. That is very crazy. How like that's all the devil's plan is, just to mislead the people. And sometimes I'll listen to music, and then after I'll just sit back and I'll just be like, damn, what am I doing, bro? I'll be like, damn, what am I doing? Because sometimes music will take you from the remembrance of God. So I'm trying to remember God and just keep God first as much as possible. And some people feel like music is therapy. And I was one of them 3 years ago. Like when I was 17, I was a young boy. You know, and that's what I'm seeing around me. Everybody listens to music in school hallways, and I'm doing the same thing, zoning out, tuning out. I felt like a robot. I'm gonna be honest. I felt like a robot. I just felt like a zombie, bro. I felt like a zombie during that time, bro. Just listening to music, like even in my room, blasting music, shower, blasting music. And like I just said, in my room, just blasting music. In the garage, blasting music. In the morning before I go to school, blasting music in my headphones. Like, music was everything to me. It felt like it was therapy, because during that time, I was a very depressed boy. Honestly. Because when you're a teenager, you going through different emotions and stuff. Like, you just going through it. As a teenager, every teenager goes through it, bro. That's just reality. Teenagers always go through it. And I was one of them kids, like, yo, I had to listen to music in order to zone out. And it's like, damn. Like, I needed it as like as a relief. But it's like, nah, bro. That's not the real relief. That's temporary enjoyment. Really. So for anybody who struggles with the same thing, just know that if the music that you're listening to takes you from the remembrance of God, try to make istikhara. Istikhara is pretty much just asking the Lord to guide you, asking God to guide you and stuff like that. So I always used to make dua. I used to make a prayer about that. And as of recently, like I've been slowly but surely just pushing away from music, trying to stop listening to music. And, slowly but surely, it's gonna, eventually, God willing, I'm gonna push away. Because even some, like my grandparents on both sides, they converted and everything. They stopped listening to music. And my granddad, he was a singer. And I'm like, wow, how did you do it? I didn't ask him that yet. But I'm like, how did you do it? Like, it is so hard. And people really, like, this is the biggest thing to me. People act like music doesn't have an effect on people's behaviors. Let's talk about it. People's behaviors. Music has an effect on people's behaviors, bro. Bottom line. Look at how people act. Look at how people dress. Look at how people talk. Like I just said, people take the lyrics too serious. It's crazy. They take them too little to where the point where they killing people. People literally dying. And I feel like it's because of self-hate. It's all self-hate. I seen this video of Nipsey Hussle saying, he was like, oh, I said you in the street, like you in the hood. You going after somebody, you going after your enemy. And if you see somebody that don't look like you, be like, nah, that's what they say in LA. Oh, he's a square, he a bum. Whatever you say, whatever y'all be saying, wherever you from. Oh, he a sherm, he a whatever. Pretty much he don't look like you. Then you see somebody who walk like you, talk like you, have your same aura. Nipsey also like, yeah, if you see that, then you'll be like, oh, there he go, get him. And I was like, whew. I was like, boy, you spitting. He was like, yeah, self-hate is real. You hate yourself so much that you want to go kill someone that look just like you. And I was like, yo. Bro, I almost threw my phone. I said, yo, man, this man knew what he was talking about, bro. God bless him. He knew what he was talking about. So, self-hate is real, bro. That self-hate is real. Self-hate is so real that you start to kill. You start to hate on people that look just like you, that go through the same struggle as you. It's insane, bro. And it's getting out of hand because it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And people feel like they need music as therapy. They have to rely on music to get them out of certain situation, when in reality, all you need is the one true creator. All you need is prayer. Like, one of my friends just sent me a post or a source the other day that said that 80% not believing in God is in an all-time high right now. I'm like, wow. And that's because the music makes them depressed. The weed makes them feel like they're not good enough. Self-hate is real. It's really real, bro. And it's very scary how the world is going. But you know we in the end times, though. So it's just scary how it's like coming at you face to face, if that makes sense. It's coming at you face to face, bro. And then my like the question I asked earlier, the rhetorical question for people that watch this video is, what are you doing to better your relationship with the true creator? Because that's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. I'm telling you, bro. That's all you need. God came for me. God came through for me so many times. He came through for me for certain situations that I never thought I would get out of. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? God is the greatest. I always this is the biggest thing. Always give praises to God and keep God first. I'm going to always keep saying this in everything you do, because that's all you need. That's all you need. Literally, that's all you need. And for the Muslims out here, that this is for the Muslims that watches this video. If you feel like you're struggling with praying, there was this hadith about the Prophet, that the Prophet said, peace and blessings be upon him. He said, if you go in a river and you wash yourself 5 times a day, would you see any dirt on the person that came out? How much dirt would you see on the person that came out? And they said very little. So imagine if you pray 5 times a day. And that's a big struggle. That's a big struggle for a lot of people. Not even Muslims. But people get like, this is the society we are in, even some Muslims. Someone asked me, I ain't gonna say their name, but I was out and, someone had asked me, oh, do you pray? I said, yes. They were like, wow. I'm like, this is what we supposed to do. We Muslim. We supposed to pray 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay to struggle. When I see people that struggle with that, I know people who struggle with that, I just feel bad, because it's like, yo, we all been there. We all been there. Some people put the other person down for not praying, if that makes sense. Because we know, like, praying is the most important thing in the religion of Islam. So people try to be, oh, you don't pray. Oh, you're not Muslim. Then how can you be Muslim if you don't pray? You know what I'm saying? Because the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he asked Angel Gabriel, Jibril, he said, will the people after me not pray? He said, yes. He started crying. That's how important prayer is. So I just want the people to know, if you watching this and you struggling with praying, Muslim, Christian, Jew, even if you pray, I said this in my last video, even if you pray one time even if you pray 1 time a day, that's small improvement. That's what I'm saying. We big on self-improvement. Small steps matter the most. The small steps matter the most. That's like one day, like say one day you pray 1 time a day, the second time you pray 2 times a day, 3 times, the next day 4 times, 5 times. Sometimes you might get backtracked, you might fall off again, but as long as you keep trying to get back up, that's all that matters. All God wants from us human beings is effort. That's it. He doesn't, like I said this in my last video, he doesn't want us to be perfect. He does not want us to be perfect. As long as you're trying to self-improve in anything, trying to kill those bad habits that you have, them toxic traits. Some people don't want to admit that they have toxic traits. People think that they don't have toxic traits. And that's the crazy thing, that people don't want to have accountability for their actions. I feel like as long as you are self-aware and you feel like you just try to admit when you're wrong and learn from your mistakes, you'll be okay. As long as you are just open to just knowing that things that you do are not okay sometimes. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like they are so perfect, and that's a sign of narcissism. So if you have anybody around you that can never admit when they're wrong, that's definitely a sign of narcissism. So once again, just keep your distance from them as much as possible, because it's weird, bro. Don't nobody want to be around a person that can never admit when they're wrong. Relationship, friendship, family member, in general, just keep your distance. Some people, this is one thing, some people really don't like to hear about themselves. That's bottom line. People really don't like to hear about themselves. And that's the scary part, because it's like, imagine you just going on with life forever just thinking that you ain't do nothing wrong, you always right. You're going to have a tough life, bro. You're going to have a tough life. Because knowing that you have toxic traits and you see them and they're exposed, some people know they have toxic traits and they'll try to fix them. How you gonna get a, you know, for the men, especially the men, how you gonna get a woman? This is another question. How you gonna get a woman if you're not even trying to establish a relationship with the Creator? How you gonna get a woman if you can't even admit when you're wrong? How you gonna get a woman if you're not self-aware? How you gonna get a woman if you don't even try to fix yourself first? Really? Fix yourself first before you try to get in something else, man. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like Ice Cube said, man. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, really. Because some of these people, even like men and female, some people are narcissists and they feel like they can never do nothing wrong. They feel like they don't have toxic traits. A real man is man enough to say that a real man to me is that they know when they're wrong, they try to fix it, they have accountability. They just try to keep up with anything that they do, try to establish a relationship with the Creator, and they give you tips and advice on how to establish a relationship with the Creator. A real man, to me, is good mannerisms, stuff like that. So it's like, you have bad manners and stuff, try to fix that. Some people really lack good manners in this society, yes. Some people really lack bad manners, bro. Like, say, for example, you go out, right? You go out to eat. And the waiter got to clean up after you. Me, personally, I'm cleaning up. I'm doing everything. I would never leave my stuff on the table. Are you crazy? Come on now. They working hour shifts, mad long day, on top of their feet all day. Come on now, man. It's the best thing you could do is take out the trash. You don't even got to give them a tip. Just take out the trash, wipe it. So, you know me, I'm overzealous when it comes to, I'll wipe it down with a napkin. I'm overzealous. Because the prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he said, leave it how you left it. If you came there, it was clean, leave if it was clean. Pretty much. I don't think I said that right, but if you came to the spot, came to the table, if it was clean, leave it clean, man. That's what it's all about. Good mannerisms, man. That's all what it's about. A real girl is gonna like a man with good manners, bro. And they own up to their mistakes. Real life. Saying this is for the boys, really. Matter of fact, this is for male and female. If you don't have, I'm not even saying a good relationship. If you aren't trying to have I'm not even gonna say average, just try to establish a relationship with the Creator, how you gonna think you're gonna get a significant other? That's keys. That's keys, bro. You would not. I'm telling you, it would not work. It would not work. What you gonna say to your kids? What you gonna say to your kids if you have kids? What you gonna say to them? What you gonna teach them? It's all about what. And people think it's gonna be money. It's gonna be the money. It's gonna be passed on to the kids. No, it's your actions and your knowledge is gonna be passed on to them kids, man. Because you're not gonna be here forever. Whatever you say to them, because one thing about kids, they observe so much. So whatever you do, they gonna do. If they see you praying, they gonna pray. If they see you reading your holy scripture, they gonna read it. If they see you with good manners, saying please and thank you, all that, like I just said, mannerisms, they gonna do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as long as you, as of right now, because all of us, if you watching this, if you in your late teens, early 20s, this is where it starts. That self-improvement stage, because it's like, not you in your early 20s. My little brother said when I turned 20, he said, fresh start. And he was saying that as a joke. But me, I took that in. I'm like, damn, okay, this is a fresh start. So I feel like as long as you done your early 20s, try to be more self-aware. Be more self-aware in your early 20s as much as possible. More self-awareness for yourself. Because people don't want to be around a person that just always just toxic habits. It's not good. It's draining. So as long as you're self-aware and you try to fix it, it's not gonna be like this. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be like this, but just be more patient with yourself. And try to, like I said before, try to establish a good relationship with the Creator. I'm not even gonna say good, just try to establish one. Because that's all you need in this life. Like, it's all from the permission of Allah. Like these ducks right here, man, they just flowing in the water. Me, like, you know what I'm saying? Just me seeing that. This is all from the permission of Allah. Like, the fact that I'm breathing right now is all from the permission of God. You know what I'm saying? People tend to take that for granted. People really are ungrateful. Since they don't have this, they, oh man, I don't have that. They look at the bad. Always gotta focus on the good. I'm breathing. I have a roof over my head. I have 2 feet. I have 2 hands. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as long as you just try to be more self-aware of what you do, male and female, you'll be okay in this life. These are one of my biggest reasons why I'm just big on self-improvement, self-awareness. Because that's what's gonna help you grow. It's all about self-growth, literally. Hope y'all really took in what this video was talking about, what I was talking about. Peace. Hope all y'all have a blessed day.